In the realm of DevOps, securing your code and managing access to your repositories is paramount. GitHub authentication plays a crucial role in this process. This presentation will delve into the various methods of GitHub authentication, including GitHub Apps, GitHub Token, and personal access tokens. By understanding these methods, you can develop a robust security and compliance plan, ensuring that only authorized users and applications can access your codebase. Secure authentication is the cornerstone of a robust security and compliance plan. It ensures that only authorized individuals and applications can access your repositories, protecting your code from unauthorized changes and potential breaches. By implementing secure authentication methods, you can maintain the integrity of your codebase, comply with industry standards, and build trust with your stakeholders. GitHub apps are a powerful way to integrate with GitHub. They provide granular permissions and can be installed directly on organizations and repositories. Unlike OAuth apps, GitHub apps use fine-grained permissions, allowing you to specify exactly what the app can do. This minimizes the risk of overpermission and enhances security. GitHub apps can act on behalf of the user or independently, making them versatile for various use cases. To create a GitHub app, navigate to the GitHub developer settings and follow the prompts to register a new app. You'll need to provide details such as the app's name, description, and callback URL. Once created, you can install the app on your repositories or organization. During installation, you'll specify the permissions the app requires. It's crucial to review these permissions carefully to ensure they align with your security policies. Managing permissions for GitHub apps is a critical aspect of maintaining security. GitHub provides a detailed permissions model, allowing you to grant read or write access to specific resources. Regularly review the permissions granted to each app and adjust them as necessary. This practice helps prevent overpermission and ensures that apps only have access to the resources they need to function. GitHub Token is an automatically generated token provided by GitHub Actions. It is used to authenticate on behalf of the GitHub Actions workflow. This token is scoped to the repository that contains the workflow and has a limited lifespan, enhancing security. GitHub Token simplifies the process of authenticating within workflows, reducing the need to manage long-lived tokens manually. To use GitHub Token in your GitHub Actions workflows, you simply reference it in your workflow file. For example, you can use it to authenticate API requests or to push changes back to the repository. The token is automatically included in the workflow's environment, making it easy to use. However, it's important to understand its scope and limitations to ensure it meets your security requirements. Personal access tokens, PATs, are another method of authenticating with GitHub. They are user-generated tokens that can be used in place of a password for Git operations or to authenticate API requests. PATs offer more control over permissions compared to passwords, allowing you to specify the exact scopes the token should have. This makes them a flexible and secure option for various use cases. To create a PAT, navigate to your GitHub account settings and generate a new token. You'll be prompted to select the scopes for the token, which define the permissions it will have. It's important to choose the minimum necessary scopes to adhere to the principle of least privilege. Regularly review and rotate your PATs to maintain security and revoke any tokens that are no longer needed. Effective token management is essential for maintaining security. Always follow the principle of least privilege, granting the minimum necessary permissions. Regularly rotate your tokens to reduce the risk of compromise. Store tokens securely using environment variables or secret management tools. Avoid hard-coding tokens in your codebase. By following these best practices, you can minimize the risk of unauthorized access and maintain a secure environment. Integrating authentication into your CI/CD pipelines is crucial for automating secure deployments. Use GitHub Apps, GitHub Token, or PATs to authenticate your pipelines. Ensure that your CI/CD tools are configured to use these tokens securely. Regularly audit your pipelines to ensure they adhere to your security and compliance policies. By integrating authentication into your CI/CD processes, you can automate deployments while maintaining a high level of security. Monitoring and auditing access to your repositories is a key component of a security and compliance plan. GitHub provides various tools and logs to help you track access and identify potential security issues. Regularly review access logs and audit trails to ensure that only authorized users and applications are accessing your repositories. Implement alerts for suspicious activities and take immediate action to mitigate any identified risks. Despite best efforts, security incidents can still occur. Having a response plan in place is crucial. Define clear steps for identifying, containing, and mitigating security incidents. Ensure that your team is trained to respond effectively. Regularly review and update your response plan to address new threats and vulnerabilities. By being prepared, you can minimize the impact of security incidents and quickly restore the integrity of your codebase. Implementing and managing GitHub authentication is a critical aspect of developing a security and compliance plan. By understanding and utilizing GitHub Apps, GitHub Token, and personal access tokens, you can secure your repositories and automate your workflows. Follow best practices for token management, integrate authentication into your CI/CD pipelines, and regularly monitor access to maintain a secure environment. Continue to educate yourself and your team on security best practices to stay ahead of potential threats.